Right. All good? Right, let's make our way onto our mat. So we'll come into a seat. So you can switch it up if you fancy and come onto your knees, or you can come into a cross-legged position. And the class that I thought I was going to do, I literally changed my mind 10 minutes ago. So I just think we all need a collective hug. So that's what I'm sending out today. So class is based around love and nourishment. So maybe you just need a hug, or you know somebody that does. And we're just going to work with that energy today, really working with our heart chakra, opening that up and just allowing love in and sending love out. So I just think that's the kind of feeling I'm getting. Maybe it's this time of year, maybe we're coming into like Christmassy feelings, December next week. How is that possible? So I just think, let's all just have a hug today. So that's where it comes from. So let's come into our comfortable seat and just make any movements with your body. So you can come into a few moments of stillness as we begin to drop our awareness out of that thinking brain. And just parking the to-do list to one side, just for this time together. You may like to take a soft gaze out in front, or you can gently close your eyes down. And just allowing the earth to support you as you begin to settle in. Relaxing the jaw, softening the skin on the face. Relaxing your shoulders down. Rooting through your sit bones. And just melting into the earth. Feeling fully supported as you just surrender here. And just begin to drop your awareness with your breath as you drop it down into the heart center. And then deepening your breath on the inhale, allowing the belly to expand out. And then a nice long, slow exhale out. And as you're breathing in, allow the belly to expand. And as you exhale, softening through, drawing navel to spine. Big inhale, expanding the belly. Long exhale out. And just checking in with your heart space. And just notice if it feels a little depleted or it may be full of love. Do you need to use the practice for yourself to top you up? Or are you sending that love out to someone else? You may like to set yourself an intention or just have a word that carries you through your practice today. I'm choosing love. And I'll just allow that to wrap around me and feel into that energy. And we'll gently tuck the chin down towards the chest. And maybe opening the eyes or keeping them closed, lifting the head up, taking the nose towards the ceiling. And once more, tucking the chin down towards the chest. And let's bring the head up to center. And we'll gently drop the left ear to the left shoulder. And then dropping the right fingertips down to the earth. Now release, bringing the hand to the lap, the head back to center. And drop the right ear down to the right shoulder. And then dropping the left fingertips down to the earth. Bringing the head back to center. And then we'll just do a few shoulder rolls here. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, dropping them down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. Inhaling up. Exhale, down. And then we'll reverse. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift up, round through. Dropping down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And then we'll float the arms up, reaching up. And then we'll drop the right hand to the left knee, left hand behind. Sit up nice and tall. Find the twist. And then exhale, take your gaze over the left shoulder. Nice and gentle. And then we'll slowly bring ourselves back to center. Take a breath. And then inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, left hand to right knee. Find the twist, nice and tall through the spine. And then exhale, take the gaze over the right shoulder. Take a breath. And then we'll come back to center. Just allow the spine to rebound here for a moment. And then we'll take anything from underneath our sit bones, coming through into our tabletop position. And we'll come into a few rounds of cat-cow, just to wake up the spine. So wrists underneath shoulders and knees underneath hips. And we're really shining those elbow creases forward here. And we'll drop the belly, lift up the chest, inhale, and then exhale, rounding through, tuck the chin. Inhaling, lifting up, drop the belly, make the bottom really big. Exhale, round through. And then continue with your breath, moving your body at your pace. Maybe closing the eyes down, just coming into the feeling rather than how it looks. Try not to crank the neck back too much. And then maybe moving into slightly bigger movements, walking the hands a little bit further forward, making circles with the hips. And you can keep the circles big or small. And just coming into any instinctive movement that feels good for your body. You might like to take your sit bones all the way back down to your heels, reaching those arms forward. And then maybe lifting up, coming back up into that big circle. Pressing into the hands, taking the weight out of the wrists. And then maybe dropping the forearms, drawing a line with the nose, lifting up, pressing into the hands, coming into a little mini back bend. And then round through the spine, take the sit bones down towards the heels. It's kind of a little sweeping cat-cow here. And then when you feel like you've moved enough, you can take a rest into extended child's pose, taking the big toes together and walking the hands out in front, melting the heart and the forehead down to the mat. And take the breath into the back of the heart space. Take 3 deep breaths in here. And on your third exhale, walk the knees back to hip distance and come into our tabletop position. And we'll reach the right leg back, reaching the heel back. Keep the head down. Lifting up the right leg. And then maybe reaching the left arm out in front, coming into our balancing table. Draw the navel in. And then maybe bending the knee and the elbow and drawing them in to the center. As we exhale, reaching back out, spread through the sole of the right foot. And then drawing the knee to the elbow, coming in. Coming back out once more. And then knee to elbow, drawing in. Well done. Coming back out and release the hand and the knee back to the mat where we'll switch. Reaching the left foot out, reach that left heel back. Lifting up the left leg. Gaze down, soft neck. Reaching the right arm forward, engage the navel here. And then we'll bend the elbow, bend the leg, drawing in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale out. And exhale in. One more time. Inhale out. Keep going. Exhale in. Release back down to the mat, into your tabletop. You can have a little rest. Your sit bones onto your heels here. Maybe just releasing the arms down to the mat. Maybe the hands come out, forearms in front, resting the head down. Take a resting breath here. And then gently lifting the head, coming up, walking the hands just out in front of the shoulders. We'll curl the toes, take an inhale, and on an exhale, we'll lift up the bottom into our first downward dog. Give the head a shake. We pedal through one foot and the other. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Find length in your spine. Take a generous bend into the knees and draw the belly towards the top of the thighs and send your sit bones way up to the sky. And then just find some gentle movement in your downward dog, just easing yourself in. And then find some stillness. And then take a generous bend into the knees. Take your gaze towards the top of your mat. And then make your way to the top, maybe small steps, maybe one big step into a standing forward bend. Folding in, generous bend into the knees, belly comes to the top of the thighs. Give the head a shake, relax your torso, maybe opposite hand to opposite elbow, as we have a little sway from the hips from side to side. Release the arms, tuck the chin, really bend into the knees, and we're going to roll all the way up to standing into our mountain pose, rolling the shoulders back. Feel into all four corners of your feet here. Find your center underneath you. Open up the palms. Lift up through the chest. Your gaze should be straight ahead. Take a little micro bend into the knees. Don't lock out the knees. Just take a moment here. And then place your left hand on your heart, followed by your right. And just gently close the eyes down. And taking the breath into that heart center. Check in with how you're feeling. Send yourself love, kindness, and compassion. And just know that you're doing the best you can. And gently release the hands. Open the eyes, and we'll walk the feet together. And bring the hands to the heart center. And we're going to bend the knees and start to twist and open up to the right. And then coming back into center, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, open up to the left. Like a little chair variation. Inhale to center. Exhale, open up to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Once more on each side. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Inhale. Last time. Exhale to the left. Inhale. Bring your hands to the heart center. And then start to take the weight into your feet as you drop the bottom behind you. Draw that navel in. So if you find you're sticking your bottom out, I want you to scoop it under. Bend down, lift the arms up, coming into chair pose. So really take the weight into the heels, maybe lifting the toes here. Sink a little deeper. And one more breath. And then drop the arms behind you, palms facing down. Take your weight into your toes, lift up the heels, bend into the knees. Airplane arms, squeezing those arms into the body. Nice soft neck, up onto tiptoes if you can. Take a breath. And then release, coming down into a forward bend. Just hang here for a moment. And then we'll take an inhale to our half lift, nice flat back. Draw those shoulder blades together. Exhale, fold in. Take your hands to the mat. And we'll step back with our right foot into our lunge. Lower the right knee, uncurl the toes. You may want to walk the feet a little bit further apart so you're not on a tight rope here. And we'll just stay nice and low. Come up onto fingertips. And we'll take an inhale, lifting up. Exhale, bring your hands to the heart center. And then we're going to open up to the right, coming into that twist. And then inhale to center. Exhale, open up to the left. Inhale to center. Take a breath. And take the hands to the mat. Bring the front foot in line with the back foot. Curl the toes. Lift up the bottom into a downward dog. Roll forward onto your knees. Maybe walk the hands slightly further forward. We're coming into our half plank. Just readjust yourself, dropping that pelvis down. So what a nice long line from the crown of your head to the base of your spine. Elbows in. And we're going to lower all the way down to the belly. Laying out long on the mat. Hands underneath the shoulders. You can widen the feet, press into the tops of the feet, lift the knees. Forehead to the mat. As we inhale, roll up. Cobra. And exhale. Twice more. Tuck the chin, inhale, roll up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Elbows in, curl the toes. Push yourself back up onto your knees and into a downward dog. Roll forward onto your knees and step your right foot up into the lunge. Find a little adjustment here with your lunge, but just watch your ankle and your knee on the alignment. Nice length in the spine here. Now let's take an inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands to hearts. And then we'll open up to the left. Inhale, back to center. Open up to the right. Inhale, back to center. Release the hands to the mat. Curl the back toes. Lift up the back knee and rock forward into our standing forward bend. Folding in. And then we'll inhale to that half lift. Nice flat back. Exhale, fold in. Big inhale. Sweep the arms around you. All the way up to standing. Exhale. Draw the hands down to the heart center. Just notice how you feel. Moving that energy in and around the heart center. Just surrounding yourself with love. And let's take an inhale, reach up. Exhale, float down, fold in, forward bend. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, fold in. Hands to the mat and step back with our left foot into our lunge. Lower the back knee, uncurl the toes. Just watch your alignment on the front there. And we'll take an inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. And then we'll open up to the left. And then inhale back to center. Squeeze those thighs together. Inhale, open up to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, take your hands to the mat. Front foot draws back in line with the back foot. Curl the toes and then lift up the bottom into a downward dog. Breathe. And let's roll forward onto our knees, coming into that half plank. Dropping the pelvis down, strong arms. Drawing the navel in. And we're here for 3, 2, 1. Elbows in, lower yourself all the way down to the belly. Lay the body out long on the mat. Widen the feet, press into the tops of the feet, lift the knees. Hands underneath the shoulders, forehead to the mat. Tuck the chin, inhale, roll up, cobra. Exhale down. Inhale, roll up. Exhale down. Inhale, roll up. Exhale down. Curl the toes. Press yourself back up onto your knees and into downward dog. Take a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Roll forward onto your knees and bring your left foot forward into the lunge. Finding your alignment here. And then we'll take an inhale, lift up from your core, lift up. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a resting breath. And then open up to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, open up to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, take your hands to the mat, curl the toes and rock forward into our standing forward bend, folding in. Inhale, lift, nice flat back. Exhale, fold in. And then a big inhale, reaching all the way back up to mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Gently close the eyes down here. Just notice how you feel. And then we'll walk the feet together, arch to arch. Dropping the hands by the side of the body. And we'll come back into our chair pose, dropping the pelvis down, coming into a seat, reaching the arms up. Sink a little deeper. Breathe. Take the weight into the heels, maybe lifting the toes. And then dropping the arms by the side of the body, palms facing down, lift up onto your toes. Draw the navel in, engage the core and really bring those arms in to the body. Press the palms down. One more breath. And then we release the heels, fall into a forward bend. Take an inhale to a half lift. Exhale, fold in. Take your hands to the mat and step one foot back and the other. Lower to the knees. And then lower yourself all the way down to the belly. We'll bring the forearms out. So the elbows are underneath the shoulders. Widening the feet, coming onto the tops of the feet. Pressing up into Sphinx pose. So keep the neck nice and soft here. So try not to crank it back. Just keep the gaze down, maybe in between the hands. Just opening up through the heart. Allow the breath to come back to its own natural rhythm. And if your elbows underneath your shoulders brings that back bone too high, you can just walk the elbows, the forearms out in front a little bit more, and that lowers you down a little. So just honouring your body and how it feels today. Just allowing the breath to become natural, its own pace. And then gently releasing the hands down to the earth, the forearms out in front. And we'll just rest our forehead on top of our hands. Give the hips a wiggle here. Maybe the toes draw inwards, the heels fall out. And just go inward for a moment. And then gently lifting the head. Press into the hands. Press back up onto your knees. And come all the way back, walking the knees together, sit bones back towards the heels. Coming into a child's pose, so maybe the arms fall out behind you, forehead down. Maybe the hands out in front, resting the head down. But just allow yourself to go inward for a moment. Maybe coming back to your intention or your word. And just allowing that to surround you. And then gently bringing yourself all the way back up. We'll swing the legs out to one side, coming through into a seat, bringing the legs out in front. We're coming into our seated forward bend. So spread through the sole of the feet, take a little bend into the knees, and take the hands by the side of the pelvis, find length in your spine. And we'll float the arms up. And then bring the belly towards the top of the thighs, keeping that length in the spine. So if you're here, it's all good, but keep that length in the spine. Much like our standing forward bend. We're just folding over. You can allow the head to tuck, but try not to round through the shoulders as you come into this forward bend. Just allowing the hands to fall by the side of the legs, or they can come to the ankles, the shins, maybe the soles of the feet. But keep that length, try not to round through. And then slowly rolling all the way up. And then making your way onto your backs, lowering down, hug the knees into the chest. Have a little rock from side to side. And release one leg out and the other. And we'll take our pelvis over to the right and the feet over to the left corner. And allow the left foot to cross over the right if that feels good for you. If it doesn't, uncross them. And then reach the arms up and over and take them over to the right. And the left hand can grab the right wrist here. Or you can release the feet and the arms and just come into that nice side body stretch down the right side of the body. And then bring yourself back to center. And then we'll walk the pelvis over to the left and bring the feet over to the right, anchoring the left foot with the right if that feels good for you. And then bringing the arms up and over to the right, and maybe right hand takes the left wrist. And bring yourself back to center. Take a full body stretch. And then we'll hug the right knee in to the chest. And then we'll draw that right knee over and across to the left, maybe tucking the toes behind the left knee. And you can prop anything up underneath this right knee so the earth comes up to you to save it hanging in space. And we bring the right arm out at shoulder height, anchoring through the right shoulder, and take the gaze over to the right. And coming back through center, hug both knees into the chest. And then release the right leg to the mat. And bring that left knee over and across to the right, maybe tucking the toes, maybe propping something up underneath that right knee. And bring the left arm out, so it's shoulder height, gaze over towards the left. Anchoring that left shoulder down to the earth. And then coming back to center, hug the knees in. Take any instinctive movement that feels good for your body. Pop on any extra layers, find a blanket. And then make your way into Shavasana. Find a shape, a nice comfortable position for you. So get yourself nice and comfortable. Able to relax. And allow your body to begin to rest. Just make any final movements with your body, any final adjustments. Snuggling the shoulder blades underneath you. And just feeling into that love surrounding you, that love within you and that surrounds you, the love that you give out and the love that you receive. Just feel the warmth of that surrounding you. And as we work our way through this nourishing practice, this is you working with your own energy and feeling worthy of this time just for you. Knowing if you feel a bit depleted, that you can no longer keep running, feeling that way. And that we must fill our own cups to be able to serve our friends and family. Just using this precious time just for you. And allowing your body to feel heavy, you begin to surrender to the earth. Softening through the soles of your feet and each toe. Relaxing the ankles and allowing the legs to feel heavy. Relaxing the hips and allowing the torso to feel heavy. We begin to relax. Softening the shoulders and allowing the arms to feel heavy. Relaxing through the palms of your hands and each finger and softening your neck and allowing your head to feel heavy. And begin to rest. And allow the whole of the front of your body to melt into the back of your body as you release it to the earth. And I'll leave you for a few moments of silence, and I'll call you back shortly. And gently coming back to your breath. Taking a deeper inhale and a longer exhale. And rocking your head from side to side. And taking some movement to your fingers and toes. Circling your wrists and your ankles. And bringing some movement to your arms and your legs. Taking a full body stretch, reaching the arms up and over. And then gently making your way back up into a comfortable seat and taking a soft gaze when you arrive there. And placing your left hand on your heart, followed by your right. And just gently closing your eyes down. And feeling into that energy that you cultivated through the practice, where you filled yourself back up. Feeling ready to move into your day with love, kindness, and compassion for yourself and for others. We'll gently drop our hands by the side of our bodies, palms facing up. And we'll take an inhale, reaching the arms up, bringing the palms together. And exhale, drawing that energy down and pressing it into our heart center. Bowing our heads to our hearts and to each other. And just giving thanks for our magical bodies and our love and light that we share out into the world. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. I hope you enjoyed that. I will just stop recording.